Hey guys. Alright, so we're going back over abbreviations today, okay? Remember in the first video we watched about abbreviations. Abbreviations are when you make a word shorter so that you don't have to write it as long and it doesn't take as much time. Do we like abbreviations? Sure we do. Anything that makes our life easier we like. And abbreviations do make things easier because it's easier to write it when it's shorter. So we're just going to go back over some of those common abbreviations that we use when we're writing. And then you're going to practice with some boom cards, okay? Alright, let's go back over these abbreviations. Alright, so remember, abbreviations are when we can shorten words like days and months and even places and names. So, if you remember, these are all the days, and you can abbreviate each day to make it shorter. Do you guys remember how we can make Sunday shorter? Very good. You just take away the day and you put a little period there. That tells you that that's an abbreviation. So Sunday can become sun. And then what about Monday? Yep, you just take away the day again and you end up with mon and you put your little period. Don't forget you need a period in abbreviations. And then Tuesday becomes, yep, twos. And Wednesday is a little bit tricky because usually we just take day. But in Wednesday we go all the way and just make it wend. Just W-E-D with that period. Thursday, we just take away the day. Friday, we take away the day and just make it fry. And Saturday is a little bit tricky too because we don't just take the day, we have to take the off too to just make it sat. So good. Remember, in abbreviations, they always will start with a capital letter because these are names of days. And then you put in a period at the end of them. Alright, so there's the abbreviation for each of the days. Alright, and then we could also abbreviate the months. These are months, and we can abbreviate the names of those too so that we don't have to write those big long names of months. So does anybody remember what January would be abbreviated like? Very good. Just Jan. And then February would be, yep, just Feb. And then March is, yep, just Mar. April would just be Ape. And if you notice, they're just taking the first three letters, aren't they? Yep, just the first three letters usually. So August would become Aug. September doesn't follow the rules because it actually uses the first four letters. September has a T there. But then October goes back to follow the rules with just the first three letters, Oct. First three letters of November to make it Nov. And the first three letters of December, just make it Dis. Very good. Same thing with the days. All of the months have capital letters because these are the names of months. And then you put a period after each abbreviation. What months are missing? Do you remember from yesterday? What months are missing because they're already so short? Good. May is one of them that's already so short. May is already three letters. There's no reason to abbreviate it because it's already short. And then, yep, June is another one. June is four letters. It's already so short. We don't have to abbreviate it. And then July as well. Very good. May, June, and July, those summer months, they don't need to be abbreviated because they're already so short. So they are missing from over here. Alright, we could also abbreviate names of roads. Yep, these are all roads. And you can abbreviate that like when you're writing somebody's address. You could abbreviate the name of the road that they live on. And remember, roads could have all kinds of these names. Some of them are fancy, like Avenue. or boulevard. Those are just fancy names for a road. They could also be called lanes or drives or courts. Sometimes that's what a road is called. Or, of course, it could be called a road or a street. Alright, so let's see. Do you remember what road, how we abbreviate it? Yep, R road turns into just RD period. Do you remember what street turns into? Yep, just ST period. What about avenue? Do you remember? Yep, AVE period. Ooh, what about boulevard? That one had all these, it took out almost all the vowels. Do you remember? Yeah, it was BLVD period. Yep. And then lane. Yeah, just LN. And drive. Yep, DR. Drive is just like doctor. Yeah, you got to be careful. And then court is just CT. So these are names of roads, and you can abbreviate them when you're writing like somebody's address, or you're typing in an address in like your Google Maps or something. You can abbreviate them, and then you don't have to write as much or type as much. Very good. So there's those. And then the last thing we had was names of people, like Mr. and Doctor and Junior. Those could be names that people have. And you can abbreviate those too. You can make them shorter. So let's see. Oh, I know you know Mr. How would we write Mr.? Yeah, MR period, capital MR period. Oh, what about Mrs.? Like if a lady is married, she's a Mrs. Yeah, MRS period. What about Miss? Yeah. What about doctor? Yep. DR, just like drive. Ooh, and remember, sometimes people are called junior or senior. Like if you have the exact same name as your mom or your dad, the kid would be a junior and the mom or dad would be a senior. And if you're a junior, you can abbreviate it by just JR period. And if you're the senior, you can abbreviate it with SR period. Alright, so that is all the abbreviations that we have learned. Remember, the abbreviations for people, that's what they turn into. The abbreviations for roads or streets, that's what they all turn into. The abbreviations for the months, that's what they turn into. And the abbreviation for days. Alright, so hopefully you remember all these abbreviations and you've learned them, and you're going to go practice on your boom cards to show me what you know, okay? Alright, good luck guys. Bye.